What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It is me, Curly K Glam, and I'm here today to give you my final review on this hair. So the hair that I have in right now is Freetress Cozy Deep, and this will be my, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, this will just be, I'm just going to use this as my four week review and my final review of this hair. I installed this hair starting on September the 1st, and then I finished my hair on September the 2nd. So right now it has been a little over 3 weeks since I had these braids put in my head. Well, since I put these braids in my head, and by the time I take them out, I will be a little less than 4 weeks. So my official 4-week mark. So I would say 3. I'm at the end of, almost at the end of week 3, heading towards week 4. And so I think that now, you know, I can give you a thorough review on this hair. So starting out, if you watched my initial review of this hair, you did hear me say that I would not crochet this hair in. I would only wear it as braids. I would not install this texture in as a crochet unless possibly if you do it short, meaning you cut the hair in half and you don't install the hair in its full length. It might be more easier to manage then. But as you can see how much new growth I've gotten in the last 3 weeks. So that's just the new growth. And like I said, I did install these braids myself. Now, as you can see, I'm fighting with the hair to divide it so y'all can see it, which means that the hair definitely tangles. I think the whole time I've worn this hair, I've probably, because I did a maintenance video and what I used on my braids to maintain them. So I think I only moussed this hair one time, and then I only used my detangling spray on there one time, and then that was it. And the only reason why I did that is because honestly, y'all, I just been wearing the hair. I haven't been maintaining the hair itself, just my scalp. Now, as you know, from my previous video on my maintenance video, I do use quite a few products to maintain my scalp. And by the way, my head has not itched, like drastically itched. You know how sometimes you have an itch here and there, but my scalp has not been itchy since I've been wearing these braids. And I've been using that Jamaican Mango and Lime Mentholated spray and my Dark and Lovely braid refresher or scalp refresher spray. My hair has not been itching, but as you can see, like I said, I have a ton of new growth, which also that mentholated spray helps with hair growth because it is mentholated, and then when you massage it into your scalp, it you know, tingles and, you know, rejuvenates and, you know, rejuvenates the follicles and promotes hair growth. You asked me why am I taking my hair out right here at 4 weeks. I'm taking it out because, one, when it comes to hair, my attention span is short. Like, I am the type of person, and that's why I fell in love with wigs, is because since my attention span for hair is short. Not my attention span for everything else. I have a great attention span, but when it comes to hair, no. My attention span is rather short when it comes to hair because I like to switch it up. I like to change it, but with braids and this new like stint I'm on with like styling my hair and, you know, doing protective styles, I agree with something I heard African Beauty say when I was watching her video today, one of her videos today, and she was saying braids, I think braids are a form of protective styling, but it all depends on what kind of braids. Like for cornrows, I would say that's definitely a protective style, but when it comes to like box braids or any type of individual braid where when your hair grows out, there's pulling and tugging of the edges, I consider that a low manipulation style. Like she said, it's not necessarily a protect style because if you don't care for your braids properly the way you should and you have new growth, that's how a lot of people lose their edges, by pulling on them, and then when it's time to take their hair out, they, you know, go through a lot of breakage, especially around the perimeter. And with me, honestly, that's how I know it's time for me to take my braids out, is because once they start getting loose around these edges, and then they get to pulling and tugging, and it hurt every time you're trying to style it, it's time to let the braids go. Now, you could redo your edges, which is what a lot of people do when they do get their hair braided. They get their edges redone. But honestly, like, I did this hairstyle myself. The hair was probably $4 or $5 a pack. I used 5 packs. It's $25 a hairstyle. It's just purposeless in me trying to redo my edges at this point, because I feel like I didn't give that much of an investment. Now, had I went to the Africans and paid like $180 for them to install these braids in my head, I'm still in 50-50 on whether or not I would have gotten my edges redone, because then I'm investing more money into the hairstyle, in which I already paid like $200 for, and then I probably paid like $60 to get my edges done, which means I'm gonna spend $260 on the style, versus me braiding my own hair. I'm gonna spend $25. So I don't have that much an investment to waste, so I can just go ahead and take these braids out. I like the color of the braids. These braids do tangle, so like I said, even though I'm not wearing them as crochet braids, I am wearing them as individual braids. You still do need to do detangling spray on your ends, or chop the ends, which obviously, since this is a looser texture, it would make more sense to chop the ends as the ends get older, because they are tangling. But have I chopped mine? No, which is why I still have tangling. Have I put anything on this hair since I've had it in my head? No, not in terms of managing the hair. My real hair, yes. My braids, no. Would I do this style again? Absolutely. With this hair, absolutely not. If I was to do this style again, I think I would use probably, I saw this new pattern Freetress has. It's called Niagara Curl, so I probably would use that. And I think it's a little bit more texture, and it's not as silky, so it probably would not better. Now that hair probably would tangle, but we're not talking about the hair. We're talking about Cozy Deep. Would I recommend this hair? Like I said, if you were to purchase it, I would say braids only. Definitely individual braids, not crochet braids. Would I recommend this hair? Probably not. This hair is too much of a maintenance, even though I did maintenance it, even though I did not maintenance it. But somebody who was to try to maintain this hair, like if they was to get their hair done and get it professionally done and not do it themselves, and if they couldn't get their hair done, as often, what I'm saying, like if they was to get their hair professionally braided like this, and they was to use this hair, and they was to pay $200 for this hair, they would find ways to maintain this hair. You would have to, because this is your investment. So would I recommend this hair? No. I would recommend Deep Twist probably. Deep Twist would probably be my best bet to go to if you was to get this hair, this type of style, and you was to use a synthetic curly braided hair. I would definitely stick with Deep Twist. Like I said, I told you, as far as the color range, this hair does not have a fantastic color range. It's very basic. It doesn't have all the ombre colors like a lot of people are into now. And like I said, this hairstyle is just almost 4 weeks old. And as you can see, I have so much new growth with these braids. So it's just time to go. I'm ready for something new. I just wanted to come and give you guys my final thoughts on my hair and to show you what it is looking like currently. My mama said she didn't think I should keep them in my head because she said the braids were so nice and I did such a good job. But I'm like, girl, bye. My head is itching. Usually I wash my hair every week or every 2 weeks. I'm ready to dunk this head in some water, wash it, get some conditioner on, you know what I'm saying? Deep condition real good. Wash it out and prepare my hair for my next style. And I cannot wait to do the video on my next style because I'm just so excited. I'm finally getting back into my braid and styling bag, because for so long I've been so lazy with wearing wigs, even though creating wigs and styling them is, a whole separate entity a whole separate entity its own. But, just getting back into styling my hair and actually experimenting with different looks. I haven't done that in such a long time. And I just, hair is such a, hair is such a large part of the black community that, braids, twists, any type of protective style, that's part of our culture. And I just feel like, even though wearing wigs and weaves and we've popularized it, I just feel like, braids and twists and, locks and stuff, that's our center core. That is our essence. And natural hair, of course. But yeah, y'all, so that's my video. I didn't want to make it too long or ramble too much, but I just wanted to give you a final review of this hair. Freetress Cozy Deep. You can find it at your local beauty supply store. If you want it, I would say use at your own risk. I'm not telling you to not buy it. I personally wouldn't, buy this hair again, but you know what I'm saying? To each its own. I can't tell you what to do with your own money. But don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at CurlyCakeLamb, and I'll be back with more videos. Deuces.